Law enforcement officers were called to Tennessee's largest prison to put down what the local sheriff is calling a riot. CBS News correspondent Shanelle Kaul is in our newsroom with much more. Shanelle, what happened during this incident? What else do you know?
Mugo, good to see you this morning. So that riot, the sheriff says, is now contained, but I do want to note the facility is still in lockdown until a complete investigation does happen. This happened in Tennessee's largest prison just northeast of Nashville. The local county sheriff's office says they got a call from the Trousdale Turner Correctional Center, which is a medium security prison, at around 10 o'clock last night. Now, Core Civic, which I'm told runs the facility, told our partners at CBS Nashville that all this chaos began when several inmates refused to go back to their cells. 3 guards, Mugo, were reportedly held hostage, but all were able to get out safely with no major injuries. The local sheriff said inmates essentially then made their way into the yard of that prison, where he says they then started a fire with trash. Multiple agencies responded, and at one point, Mugo, roughly 100 officers were there on the scene. Ultimately, they sprayed some gas into the prison yard to sort of try to quell tensions there. And the Tennessee Highway Patrol also responded, Mugo, deploying about 75 troopers, including negotiators and members of its Special Operations Unit, to try to help with securing the area around this very large facility. Prison staff also reported that by the end of the night, all prisoners were turned back to their cells. But again, the facility is still in lockdown until a complete investigation is done.
Goodness, what a mess. And what more do we know about the facility, Trousdale Turner Correctional Center?
Well, as you saw in those images there, Mugo, this is a massive facility. There are about 2,500 beds there. But I also want to note this is a facility that's been investigated for misconduct in the past. Just last August, the Department of Justice had launched an investigation into Trousdale for civil rights violations. And this, Mugo, was based on high rates of violence, deaths, and drug overdoses. Wow. Also want to note that the NAACP has pushed for some action against this facility since 2022. So it's been a couple of years that they've been watching this. This facility also has been the subject of almost 70 complaints in just 6 months. Those complaints, Mugo, range from alleged beatings to inmates to also not receiving enough medical care.
And just from looking at the images as you were talking, Shanelle, I cannot imagine just how chaotic things were once this started. Thank you so much, Shanelle, for joining us today and for your reporting.